Hey everyone. So I was planning to make this review immediately after finishing Nine Souls, but I finished the game at 5 a.m. So I had to sleep. I'm making this after waking up. This game is incredible. Somehow I managed to back to back two masterpieces. Sea of Stars followed by this. Potentially three. I'm currently playing Inscription and I wouldn't call it a masterpiece yet, but when I finish it, that might change. Uh wow. Let me just start off with this game is so much fun, so much fun. I can't describe how fun it is. So just to give an idea, this game is basically it is it's like parry based Metroidvania. So it's think of it as like a mix of Hollow Knight and Sekiro. Because it's a Metroidvania. It also borrows some aspects from Hollow Knight, like the charm system. But it has like Sekiro style parry system. So just like how Sekiro has, it's not just parrying, right? Like you have different kinds of parries as well. Like, you have the regular parry. You also have something called the Tai Chi kick, which is kind of like the jump kick from Sekiro, where you jump over an attack and then you kick the enemy to get a bonus. You have the unbounded counter, which is literally a reflect. You get to reflect the heavy attack back at the enemy. Um, and then the talismans, it felt so weird at the start. But these things are so like when I about it was about halfway through the game when I realized how strong talismans are. So essentially, the game has something called like damage, and then there's direct damage and there's internal damage. So direct damage is like your regular attack, and it reduces the enemy's health, and it just actually like reduces the enemy's health. And then internal damage is like usually it's a bigger amount than the direct damage, but it's kind of like this grayed out health that how do I describe it? Internal damage, and both like you and the enemies take internal damage. Internal damage regenerates over time, but there are certain attacks that will explode the internal damage and convert it into direct damage. I don't know if that making sense. So you have things like the Tai Chi kick that I mentioned earlier does internal damage. There's a charm, a jade, I guess. I'm using Hollow Knight terminology, but it's a jade in Nine Souls, where getting perfect parries does internal damage. Right? There's another jade, and then unbounded counters do internal damage. There's a jade that makes unbounded counters convert your own internal damage into the enemy's internal damage. Okay, so what ends up happening is like your regular attacks, let's say like this is a boss health, your regular attacks, which do like tiny, like minuscule chip damage. Like if you're not using internal damage, it would take years to kill a boss. Internal damage builds up much quicker, but like I said, it regenerates over time. And that's where talismans come in. Talismans blow up internal damage. But talismans kind of leave you vulnerable, is the issue with talismans. Because for a talisman, you have to get close, you have to attach the talisman, you have to charge up and blow it up. So they're risky, but when you do it and you blow up that internal damage, so like a regular attack is doing, like I said, it's doing like minuscule chip damage. If you build up enough internal damage, you can blow up a talisman for like a quarter or a third of the boss's health. Just one attack with the talisman, and half the boss's health is gone. Like it's insane. Talismans are actually insane. Anyway, I'm rambling. uh, oh my god. When I at the beginning, the first one or two bosses, I'm like, yeah, this game is fun, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of like halfway through the game, a little bit before halfway. Oh my god, the game got so fun. Like once I had all the options, once I had the parry and the unbounded counter and the Tai Chi kick and all of these things, and I started fighting bosses that start like combining these attacks and doing combos with various ones and having to actually like it's just like Sekiro. It's just like Sekiro. At the beginning where it's just parry, just like I mean, I don't know about that. Once you get the Mikiri counter and like the sweep counter, I'm just gonna call it sweep counter. the jump kick, the lightning reversals, all of that, and he starts using all of these things, especially against someone like Ishin. Using all of these things, and it's so fun. It's the same idea with Nine Souls. Oh my god, I can keep going. I can keep going on and on and on about how fun the gameplay is, and the story is pretty great. The story is pretty great, and it has a strong meaning behind it. I'm not gonna get into that for spoiler reasons, obviously, but I love the story. I love the whole character arc that he goes through, and all the side characters. Schwan Schwan, I love you, man. Yeah, wow. And the music. So Nine Souls is a Chinese game, you know. Um, it's immediately noticeable from the thumbnail. Thumbnail has Chinese text on it. Uh, Thumbnail? Yeah, sure. Thumbnail, whatever. Not my thumbnail. I mean like you know what I mean, the icon for the game. Anyway, and then the music. The music. It's like this mix of traditional Chinese music, which I love, and this more like futuristic. So basically, the game is set in a um traditional kind of Chinese, but also cyberpunk setting. So it's cyberpunk with traditional Chinese elements to it. And so the music portrays that, right? You have traditional Chinese music mixed with this futuristic kind of techno style. So good. Wow. I can't like every single boss fight. I would just be jamming to the music, and the credits probably the best song in the game. Oh, I can't stop. I can't. You know, wow, just wow. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. And the ending, I know a lot of people would disagree. I think anybody that disagrees, the ending is bad. Frankly, I think anybody. So there's the true ending and there's like a regular ending. So I got the true ending, and I think the true ending is perfect. I've seen. I looked up the bad ending, the normal ending, after beating the game because I was curious to see it, and it's a terrible ending in my opinion. I think that's like a worst case scenario. But for some reason, there are a lot of people that are like, "Oh yeah, the true ending is the bad one," and I'm like, if you think the true ending is the bad one, you were not paying attention while playing the game. You clearly learned nothing from what the game was trying to say. Anyway, um, just so good. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Uh, Play this game. That's it. Just play this game. 9 out of 10. Play this game. It's a hard game, but it has an easy mode. If it's too hard for you, it has an easy mode. Um, just play this game. That's all. Right. Take care.